because I didn't want them to get any hate, because realistically, like, I don't think they're trying to be malicious. I just think they're trying to clip my stuff for the Chinese audience. I just didn't love the way they were going about it, and I didn't want to cause problems. I really didn't. Like, that was not my goal. My goal was to, like, all right. So the other day on stream, okay, I talked about a channel that had been using my clips and reposting them. They would rip videos from my extras channel and repost them, which I was not a fan of. They were clipping my stream normally, and I was fine with that because that's what used to happen at my old job, so I'm totally okay with that. I just didn't like them ripping my exact extras videos and then re-uploading them and just re-editing it. And what they would do is they would translate it to Chinese so that the Chinese audience could watch it. I have a very big Chinese audience. I don't know why, but I do. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all, okay? In the Chinese community, I talked about this and essentially didn't mention the name, didn't really say what was happening. I was just like, hey, chat to you guys, you know, like the 200 people that watch me live. Is this something I should contact them about or tell them to stop doing because I'm not comfortable with it, or am I in the wrong for doing so? That is kind of what I was doing. I was pretty much asking, I spoke about this because I just wanted to ask you guys, like, what if I'm in the wrong for doing this. I didn't want to do anything to cause any drama. And by saying that and asking you guys, I caused drama. So, my fault, gang. So if you're an English speaking viewer, you're probably, what the where is this? Listen, it's been all over YouTube in the Chinese circles. It keeps popping up for me. I'm like, the Chinese and Taiwanese audience are talking about it everywhere. I'm like, what the is happening? Like, I said this on a live stream with 200 people, expecting no one to see it anywhere else, expecting it to not go anywhere, because it's 200 people, man. Like, I don't have 2,000 viewers anymore. I don't have 1,000 viewers. I didn't expect it to get that big. I didn't expect the one person that was watching this to be someone that actually saw the clip to actually translate it. I just didn't expect it to be that big. And it got a lot bigger than I thought. So I'm just gonna run through, essentially, after I spoke about it, I didn't know it was brewing and online circles were talking about it until much later, until like yesterday, actually. And so I spoke about this like a week ago, I wanna say. And it was kind of radio silent for a while. It was before I even did the cooking stream. A day or two later, I had the channel that I was talking about message me. And they said, so I'll just show the channel because everyone already knows anyways. This is the channel. They clip me a lot. Like I was saying, most of their popular clips are me. Like, not to be a narcissist, but like me. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of their popular clips in recent times have been me just doing stuff. I was fine with being clipped. I just wasn't a fan of when they would clip me, when they would just re-upload a video. So like, see, for this example, like this is my editing. So this is a video I already did myself. And it was from this, which is the beginning starts the same way. See, it's the same edits that I added onto the clip. They would just cut out the beginning and kind of adjust it. And their videos would get like significantly more views. Like this one got 250,000, mine got like 98, right? And so I was kind of like, I feel like it's unfair if they're just gonna re-upload my content that I did 90% of the work on and just add subtitles and then get more views. I don't know if they have AdSense turned on, but if they do have AdSense turned on, they made more money on off my own content than I did, essentially, right? So for a while, I had been kind of unsure of how to deal with this and was kind of like, oh, I think that is not considered fair use. I think that is more along the lines of like them stealing content rather than repurposing it or clipping as normal clippers do. Normal clippers tend to clip stuff that I didn't already post on my channel. They would clip a moment from the stream that they thought was funny and then translate it for the other audience. My biggest problem with this channel is the way this works is none of these people, in my opinion, or very few, would come over from the Chinese / Taiwanese clips, right? And actually come to my main content. So essentially, this channel was re-uploading my content. People would only watch it on their channel. They would get the views and or the money from it, and I would get nothing or no kickback from it. And these people do like me that watch the channel, like they are fans of me, but it's like I pretty much don't benefit from it at all, right? And I was kind of like wondering if that was something I just had to be okay with or if it was something that I could discuss. So my idea to fix this was to DM the creator of this channel and be like, hey, why don't I just make my own Taiwanese translated clips, you know, myself? I asked, hey, like, what is your rate for doing this? And I DM them. And because I didn't want to, attack them or cause drama or be like, hey, I want this channel taken down. I didn't even name them when I talked about this initially because I didn't want them to get any hate, because realistically, like, I don't think they're trying to be malicious. I just think they're trying to clip my stuff for the Chinese audience. I just didn't love the way they were going about it. And I didn't want to cause problems. I really didn't. Like, that was not my goal. My goal was to, like, kind of talk to you guys, my live audience, which is the smallest audience I have. It's not YouTube. It's not Twitter. You have to be here when it happens live to know what's happening. And I spoke to you guys about it, didn't clip it or anything, because I wanted feedback on what to do in a way that wouldn't cause harm to others and wouldn't cause drama, essentially, right? So I hit them up. They had a Discord, and I added them on Discord, and I spoke to them, and I was like, hey, what are your rates for doing this? I kind of want to start something that's official. That way I can actually benefit from it. It's still me building my platforms and not someone else's. And this person, for doing the work of translating it, could get paid, right? I asked for their rates. I don't remember what the rates are, because after this drama started, they deleted their rates from the Discord message channels. They deleted it from the log, right? I don't know why they did, but they gave me a rate at one point, and I said I'm not interested because it was too high for me. I couldn't afford it. I don't make a ton of money. I make like an average income salary from the size of my audience. I'm no longer with my old company. I'm not raking in dough. Like, I don't have money to spend in areas that I'm not sure how it's going to pan out. So the rate they gave me was similar to the rate I would pay someone to fully edit a video for my channel themselves, like from the ground up, like cut it, subtitle it, add effects, all that. So it was too high in my opinion, because if you're just doing the subtitles and that's it, I think the rate of a normal editor that's doing a lot more back end work is too high. I think it was something like $10 to $15 per minute just to translate the subtitles or something. That's the rate that a lot of people charge for just editing. So I couldn't afford that. And I was like, I can't do that. Sorry. But I appreciate the clips, essentially, right? I didn't even think I told them I couldn't afford it, because I just think I told them like I was no longer interested after they gave me the rate. And if that's their rate, that's fine. I'm not shaming them for that. I'm not saying they're trying to take advantage of me. I'm not saying they're being unfair. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying, for me, the rate was too high, and that's it, right? I don't even know if I responded, actually. Yeah, I think I just didn't respond. Actually, maybe I just didn't respond. I don't know. They deleted one of their messages, so I can't tell. I'll just show. Do you think it's bad if I show the messages? They don't look, these messages make them look better, in my opinion. This is like to their defense. I'm not trying to air their shit. I'm not trying to make them look bad. I'm doing this to defend them. I said, hey, I really like the clips you're making me. I was wondering if there's any way I could hire you to translate and subtitle clips I make so I can put them on my official channel. Like, I hit them up first, right? And there was no like, hey, stop doing this. I never told them to stop. So at this point, they don't know I'm not comfortable with this. So how are they supposed to know, right? Then they said, of course, it'd be my honor. Can't believe it's really you. I said, nah, I'm a bot. Just kidding. What are your availability or rates be? My plan is to send you my videos via Google Drive, already edited, same ones I would post publicly. You translate them and send them back to me. How often would you be able to do this, right? Because at the time, and still now, I'm looking for someone to subtitle my videos to Taiwanese so that I can post them on my own official channel. And even at this time, I was looking for someone to do Billy. So that way I could pay someone to do that, so that I could kind of get that audience to have content of me to watch. That was not just like random clips, right? It was more tailored. It was my platform, so I could build, the audience myself, which I think is fair if it's my content. But I thought this person was doing a good job at doing that. And so that's why I hit them up to be like, hey, would you be fine with, doing that? Because I liked their work. And they said, I've never been hired by Ian content creator before, so I don't know how much the rate is, but I can do some research. And they said, okay, I can do maybe twice a week. And then they gave me some rate or something. And I think it was like the 10 to I was anywhere from 10 to 15 dollars USD a minute. I don't remember exactly what it was. They deleted it. But I promise you it was something within that range. I think it was like 12, but I could be wrong, which I just thought personally was too expensive for me. I think people who are editors and people who do stuff like this should be able to charge whatever rates they want. Whether you as the customer find them ridiculous or not is up to your opinion if you want to hire them or not. And for me, the rate was too high. That's not saying the rate was unfair. I just thought it was too high and I could not afford that. Okay, that was it. I think I don't think I responded to them after this. I think I just kind of left them on red. I either forgot to, or I was like, that's too high, and kind of left it at that. So then after I talked about this vaguely on my stream, they messaged me and they said, hey, I noticed you mentioned the issue regarding the sponsored content in your stream. I'm sorry for causing discomfort. They did this out of their own accord, by the way. I didn't ask them to apologize. They just apologized to me. They said, I'm not clipping your videos in the process for first place. Never opened the YouTube ad monetization. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just going to take their word for it. This time I crossed the line with the advertisement. I sincerely apologize. The video I have taken down and I'm willing to share the revenue from the sponsorship with you. The video got $150. So I think they got $150 for the whole sponsorship, or they were willing to give me $150. And they said, I truly hope the Chinese speaking audiences discover you and check out your streams. I'm hoping to find a way to honestly support you and make profits for you. And I pretty much said, this is like the start of the message. I just included it so you can see it, but I'm just going to switch the picture to the next one. Hey, I was going to reach out once I had time because I was going to reach out to them about my comfortability with the way they were clipping me. I just didn't get around to it yet. And they found me, or they were notified of this through someone like a day later. I said, hey, I was going to reach out because this is the 25th. So I think I talked about this on the 24th. They said, hey, I'm going to reach out one time. I was going to reach out once I had time. I appreciate the extra publicity the videos bring, and I'm happy it gives my older audience stuff to watch. I would just prefer if the clips to me were not sponsored, especially since I don't know the products and do not want to be attached to any products I didn't pick myself. Part of the reason I don't want this is because people can promote products that I'm not a fan of, and I don't want people to think, oh, his brand is tied with this, right? Because it's not. But you're using my face and my likeness to sell something. I think that's not fair. Found out a few days ago that what they were selling were like toys. I didn't even know that until a few days ago. I was just like, oh, they're putting ads on my stuff. I don't appreciate that. But they were selling like 18 plus stuff, which I did not like. So now knowing that, I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. So I was not a fan of that. But I didn't even know that when I messaged them this. I didn't know that. I found this out literally like yesterday that it was, you know, toys. So I didn't know until yesterday, right? And I said, also going forward, can you please avoid taking pre-existing clips from my Quinn Benet Extra YouTube and my other official channels? Because like I showed earlier, they a lot of times would just take clips I already uploaded on my Extras channel and re-upload them with very minimal edits, and they would just cut out filler or make it shorter and then add subtitles. And I was like, yeah, can you just not do that? I would prefer if you would clip moments from the streams, your own moments from the streams, like clip your own moments. Like they would find a clip that they thought was funny, not one that I already clipped, not one that's already on my channel, you know. They would make their own original clips, and like you do with other content creators. I thought that's fair, because otherwise you're clipping essentially my content and re-uploading my videos, and like I just didn't think that was fair. So I was like, you can clip me if you make your own clips, you find the moment yourself and you clip it. I'm fine with that, because that's what they do with other channels. That's what people have done to me when I was working at my old job. Like I'm totally fine with that. And then they offered me to give the sponsorship money, and I said, also, I don't need the money from the sponsorship. You can keep it. Like I don't want it. That's not the point. The point isn't the direct money from the sponsorship. It's I didn't want my brand attached to something that I wasn't in favor of. And they said, understood. I'm sorry for using your channel to take a shortcut. If there's anything I can do to promote yourself to the Chinese audience, I'm willing to do it for a fee or a lower share. And I said, okay, I'll let you know if I need anything. And that was the conclusion of it, right? And I feel like they've been getting, I think my points I stand by and I agree with, but I do feel like people have been attacking this channel like a little bit too much. Like I think y'all need to lay off a little bit. I don't think it's like I resolved it with them privately. I don't think you guys need to continue to fight them for it. But if there is anyone listening to this that is willing to translate my stuff to Taiwanese or localize it on Bilibili, or knows someone that can do that for a reasonable fee, my business email is contact.quinnbenet@gmail.com. Okay. I am so willing to hire someone to do this. Like if you know someone, or if you yourself are willing to do it, that's fine. Yeah. Do you need prior experience? I would prefer prior experience, and I would prefer that your translations are accurate, and I would probably somehow cross check it with someone if possible. So that's the situation with that. Now, today I found a video that explains why this got so big, and also why there's been a lot more discourse around it. For me, that was kind of it. I talked to them. I was like, okay, don't do this. They said, fine, I won't do it. And that was the conclusion of it. I didn't really think it was going to get much bigger than that. Most of it was handled privately, but this person was just getting like attacked, even though after I'd already resolved with them. And like I said, I don't really have a problem with them. Like I really don't. I just think it got kind of blown up out of proportion. But I saw a video that said, but this is the thumbnail. The title of the video does not tell you what it's about. So I'm just gonna insert the thumbnail so you can see. But the thumbnail says this: anonymously accused by Quinn of unethical behavior with evidence or whatever. And it's talking about this channel, right? The one that I had shown. So I saw this video on my recommended and I was like, what the f? Because I didn't know that, I didn't know that this had gotten this big. So this is another channel that's talking about it within the Chinese community or the Taiwanese community. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know the difference and I don't really want to get into all that. But this video had like 40,000 views and it was updated uploaded like a week ago. So I think this is part of the reason it became such a big deal in the first place. But this is essentially just a clip of what I said when I was talking about this the first time. Yo, there's this clip channel of mine that translates my shit, but they're like putting ads on my clips and I kind of like don't f with that. Cause it's like, bro, that's my content. And you selling some shit on top like the f. Yeah, I didn't know it was toy ads until like I found all this stuff. Which I'm definitely not okay with. But aside from that, hello, you gonna cut me a portion of the check? Like what the f going on? And that was a joke, obviously. Like, you gonna cut me a portion of the check? Like, it's just like, hey, I don't appreciate that. Or they'll like re-upload a video I already uploaded and it'll get like 5 times more views and they'll just add subtitles over it. And I don't really know how I feel about that. And see, I didn't call them out by name because I didn't want to start drama. You should just be okay with it because it helps you put you in the algorithm. But I'm like, these people that watch these videos don't ever watch my videos. So it's not like they like carry over really. So essentially that was literally it. That was literally all I said. I just wanted to know like, hey, is it wrong? There was a little bit more of me saying, hey, is it wrong if I ask this channel to stop? That's kind of what I said. I think since they have bad rap in the Chinese community, Taiwanese community, that like people took this and like ran with it. I don't know what the hell they did prior. They might've done something about it. I don't know. But in terms of what they did with me, they reached out and they apologized up front before I reached out to them. So I appreciate that. If you look at some of the comments, the general consensus is like agreeing with my point that like, yeah, this probably isn't great. It's unethical to put advertisements on translation. Translation is something that's in a gray area, which I agree. As you said, most people who watch the translation will not watch the original film because they've already seen the content. The person involved will agree, not because he is kind, but wants to increase motion, but abusing the intention is a bit. The translation is going to be rough, man. It's Google Translate, okay? And this person said, I accidentally damaged the creation of my favorite streamer. I feel so complicated. He put in so much effort, but in the end, I became an accomplice. So this is like a Chinese or Taiwanese viewer that feels like bad that they've been like supporting this channel, right? So I just want to say like, listen, don't feel bad. It's not like upsetting enough that I want this much of an uproar. I don't really want anyone to feel this bad about it or like attack anyone involved. I think if anything, it's like more of a misunderstanding. And I had never communicated to this clipper that I was not okay with this yet, right? Like I have never done that yet. So there's no way they would have known. I do feel like, yes, it is common sense that you shouldn't download someone's video and just re-upload it. Duh. But it is a gray area for a lot of people, so they probably don't understand. And I also feel like some creators would be fine with it, some wouldn't. But most would probably hold my stance of like, they would prefer if you wouldn't upload their existing videos that they already clipped themselves, right? They're right. Half a year ago when I talked to them, I did not express my disapproval of this. They did not know. They did not know that I was not okay with it. So I feel like you guys shouldn't attack them. But I feel like it's kind of gotten a little bit out of hand. Like people are saying they should delete their channel and it's fact of making profit without bringing consent and bringing goods. I agree that yeah. So, and people are saying I should make my own Chinese channel, which I want to do. I didn't expect people to take what I said and make it this big deal this quickly. But yeah, I feel like you guys should, in my opinion, like stop attacking this clipper channel. At least if you're doing it for my sake. If you have a problem with them for something else they did, then so be it. But in terms of me, like we've talked, and I'm fine with them uploading original clips like this. But yeah, since they were getting like kind of relentlessly chat on, and like I said, a lot of their clips of mine are some of their best performing clips. And that's fine, you know, y'all like the funny white man, you know what I'm saying? I get it, you know, thank y'all, okay? I appreciate y'all, all right? But yeah, I just think they just didn't know it was wrong. So I feel like since now I have informed them that I'm not comfortable with this, and they know, you guys should like lay off, right? You just should lay off. They made a few posts about it. They said, recently Quinn mentioned during a stream, one of my translated clips I uploaded contained a promotional advertisement. I'd like to extend my sincerest apologies to Quinn and his viewers. I acknowledge that I should have communicated with Quinn beforehand regarding the inclusion of any sponsored content. Upon realizing this oversight, I have taken the video down. My intention behind translating and editing this content has always been to promote it to a wider audience. My videos are not monetized through YouTube and also spaced out the uploads to avoid impacting his channel's viewership. To be fair, they did do this. They did wait. Like some of the clips they would re-upload, it would be like a month or two later. Nevertheless, I fully understand the concerns raised. If Quinn prefers that any potential commercial benefits be shared with him, I'm willing to cooperate. While I may hold a different perspective regarding how the clip content affects viewership of the original streams or channel, meaning they disagree that people won't come over from it, which they don't. Like, the people that watch my Chinese translated clips or my Taiwanese translated clips, they just stay on those clips because it's easier to understand if there's subtitles than if there's not. And a lot of them are not able to watch Twitch or don't understand it, or it's not available in their country. I completely respect Quinn's position. Should he decide to withdraw permission for future translations, I will expect and honor his decision. I'm actively communicating with him right now in hopes of resolving this matter. So I think they made this after they DM me. Yeah, people are saying like, why insert ads? YouTube has ads anyways, Like, people are just kind of expressing dissatisfaction. I've already spoken with Quinn and apologized to him for the unauthorized placement of an ad. Concerning the fact that it is requested to translate the highlights directly from the channel's content may not bring viewers or traffic to his channel, we have agreed that I will continue to promote his clips from Twitch in the future, and I'm very sorry for any inconvenience caused by this controversy. So essentially, like, they were like, okay, they're being very cooperative, and like I said, although I didn't agree with the way they handled it initially, they seem to be willing to like make it right, or, you know, fix the problem, or listen to me, or respect my wishes. So because they're doing that, like, I just think everyone should kind of lay off of them, you know, like, stop, just leave them alone. Like, I don't really care that much. I think people care more than I do. You know, although I do think, yes, the clips of me that are translated is essentially like me losing on money. They agreed that they would stop. So they're listening to me. I just didn't want them re-uploading my clips, and I didn't want the ads. And they agreed that they would stop doing that, and they would stop the ads. This should be like over. Just leave them alone. Like I said, if you want to dislike this channel because of other reasons, that's fine. But if you're disliking it because of me, they're willing to cooperate and listen to me. So I think that because of that, you guys should leave them alone because they're willing to listen and cooperate with me. If they weren't respecting my wishes, yes, sure, criticize them. It's just, I just think it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't think you guys need to put your energy into it. I guess the only thing I'm going to say from this is if you do know how to translate clips and you do know and you can do it for a cheaper rate, hit up my business email. Okay? Hit up my business email. That's all I got to say. All right? Because I can afford to pay a little bit. Okay? My business email is contactquinnbenet@gmail.com. All right? Because I can't afford their rates that they want. But, you know, I can probably afford one of y'all, you know, somebody. So if you know how to translate to whatever language this is, I think this is tradition. This is considered traditional Chinese, like on paper of like what the language is, if I'm not mistaken. And to the channel that originally clipped this Kiki Smith channel, you know, feel free to clip this and translate it too. Okay, just so people know. That's it. That's the end of the drama. I'm done.